access.
Quick access, exactly. Because 2K 10-bit is the fastest scanning mode. It produces the smallest data.
The quality will also be not as good because it's for quick access. It's okay.
Yeah, for 2K is definitely fair for quick access. If I would be scanning for an archive, and this would produce what Thiago always calls the preservation master, I would definitely be choosing 4K, right? Because there is a certain set of, there's been long debates about what information is contained in photographical film and how it translates into digital values. At the end of the day, there isn't a straight comparison, but there's a general consensus that 4K, that color negatives, contemporary negatives, they contain more information than 2K. So if I want to capture all the information that is on the film, I would at least have to choose 4K. But I don't necessarily have to do that, right? So if I don't have to do some sort of high-end, high-quality preservation sort of copy, 2K might be enough.
As I'm just asking a question as experts. See, what do you think is the actual resolution of a original color negative? Because we are going up and up.
That's true.
So what is the saturation point where you say, okay, this is exactly this?
I will argue that film doesn't have resolution. Film has grain.
So that's what
grain is not it's not pixel. Grain is a random distribution, and that's true. Like there is some sort of average.
No, like you said, information. When would you say, okay, we've got?
No, depending on if you think about image information or another information is the grain structure. If you want to keep even the grain structure of an original negative, then you maybe end up by 6K or even higher. But then it is more like a microscope scanning to see really the structure of the film grain. So this is really, if you just want to capture the image content in terms of colorimetry, in terms of resolution, or in terms of brilliance as well, I think 4K for original camera negative, maybe sometimes 6K, but for the low speed film emulsions, maybe yes, but as I told you, I never heard about a project which really does the whole process in 6K, not even 6K. 4K is very common use to say, and this is also the recommendation, original camera negative should be scanned in 4K. But if you think on a high speed camera film stock, which have higher grain structure, even then it's mostly sometimes could be it's always opinion, so it's you can measure it to a specific point. You can have different argumentations for why and what to see, what is inside the emulsion, what is really additional information. You will get maybe some more contrasty edges, so more brilliance maybe, but it's really very homeopathic, I would say. It's sometimes, if you do really side-by-side comparisons of a low-speed 50 Asia film negative, last generation Vision 3 or something at 4K, and being compared to 6K, I don't see any difference anymore.
Yeah, so there is really the option of producing film where you will certainly see a difference, but then that's really test footage, this film designed for that purpose to show. So there is technically the possibility to achieve images that certainly contain more information where 6K scan would be needed, but not through the means of a camera and not through the means of photochemical lab processes. Like you really need an ARRI laser to record that information out in very high resolution. And then yes, film can contain that information. You can see that in the line pairs. But it's beyond realities, like beyond how the shooting realities were back in the days, and still are. Like this is just I don't know, the lenses and everything that they keep back information. It is impossible to get all that information.
It's more better to get a better image quality. Think about how to separate the colors in a better way. Separate means to scan with a very small bandwidth, just the color dye layers, and just the information what is stored in the green channel, in the red, and in the blue channel, because this makes it more better for grading and has a more precise or more color sharpness. It's like more brilliance in the image. this is not, it's not just resolution image quality, it's all about stray light, it's all about color brilliance and contrast. And it's not meant the maximum contrast or overall contrast, but the detailed contrast. If you have small details in your image and they have a high contrast, how to reproduce this contrast? Because you will have stray light from the darker areas into the lighter areas. And so if you have this detailed contrast, it means you have a very, very good reproduction optics and you have a very good light source. So this makes more efficiency and more better quality as just to have a 6K or 4K sample. If the optics does not reproduce a